In this video, we are going to take a holistic look at the Phoenix data center market. At a high level, here are the locations of major colocation providers, enterprise data center facilities, and potential conversion sites for future data center development. These sites lend well towards ground-up development, given their geographic locations, access to power, and proximity to fiber. Despite a recent influx of data center capacity in the market, we are by no means at a saturation point in this market. Here is a view of the power infrastructure in the valley, including transmission lines and distribution lines, ranging from high voltage to low voltage. We have two utility providers in the city. The APS territory is highlighted in orange, and the SRP territory is highlighted in blue. Here are all the substations across the Phoenix metropolitan area. 50 miles to the west of downtown Phoenix is the Palo Verde Nuclear Power Plant. This plant was commissioned and put into service in 1988 and is the largest power producer in the country. Moving to the west of Gila Bend, we find one of the most prominent and recent solar installations. The Solana Generating Station has a total capacity of 280 megawatts. The lines on this map show how the long-haul fiber enters and travels through the city along the rail lines. The network converges at 120 East Van Buren, the city's carrier hotel. Panning around, we can look at the metro networks in the valley. The fiber is most dense along the joint trenches in the center of the city, parallel to Central Avenue, and to the east on Van Buren. Redundant fiber laterals also extend to the south in Chandler, feeding the data centers on Price Road. The third major leg of fiber runs to North Scottsdale and up I-17 to Deer Valley. The fiber has historically been weaker, moving farther to the southeast valley and to the west. While fiber certainly travels to those areas, it is less abundant and redundant. Let's travel north to the Hoover Dam. The Hoover Dam is one of the most recognized hydroelectric plants in Arizona, if not the country. Sharing its power with California, Arizona is entitled to 19% of its electric supply, which on average is 4.2 billion kilowatt hours annually. From the Hoover Dam, we fly to northwest Phoenix to an area called Deer Valley to look at BioWest, who acquired the former Cox facility in late 2013 that was built in 2010. This facility marks BioWest's first large entry into the Phoenix data center market. Heading just southwest, we come across the American Express campus, including their DR site. This area is also home to Safeway and USAA Insurance. Following the I-17 corridor, we find Blue Cross Blue Shield, who built ground up a few years ago for their own enterprise operation. Further south, to the north central corridor, we find GoDaddy and eBay. GoDaddy took over a Genuity data center space and converted it to their first web hosting facility. eBay acquired the former SwitchX facility in 2006. eBay recently opened the second phase of the facility, Project Mercury, a 12 megawatt facility including modular data center units on the roof. Now we head south along the central corridor. You will notice that the fiber routes are very dense in this area, largely due to the joint trench that the city imposed on all of the carriers to go into in the late 90s. This is where many carriers brought POP sites into the high-rises. Notably, we find 2600 North Central, 3300 North Central, and Park Central Mall. We now travel south to downtown Phoenix to the CenturyLink building, which is the incumbent in Phoenix and houses AT&T. Just east of the tandem is 120 East Van Buren, the valley's equivalent of LA's One Wilshire. This facility is owned by Digital Realty. Leaving downtown, a couple miles to the southeast, we come to a building operated by GoDaddy. This building originally was a Sears distribution center until it was acquired in 2000 by Sterling Network Services, the former owner of 120 East Van Buren, and saw complete upgrades to its power, fiber, security, and other infrastructure. Their anchor tenant was Adelphia, but when Adelphia went under in 2005, GoDaddy acquired this property from Sterling. Level 3 chose this area because of its proximity to the long-haul fiber, which is to the north of these two sites. As we make our way east, we pass by the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, one of the largest commercial passenger and cargo airports in the country. The area referred to as South Bank is home to the University of Phoenix and Phoenix NAP. Charles Schwab built their first Phoenix data center at the base of South Mountain nearly 20 years ago. Not far from Schwab is another financial services firm located in Tempe, Wells Fargo. A few miles to the east, we come to IO Phoenix. IO acquired the facility in 2008. The first phase of the facility delivered a traditional raised floor environment to the market. As IO developed the IO Anywhere modular data center product, they decided to deploy the modular offering in the second phase of the facility instead of a raised floor environment. A recent partnership marks CenturyLink Technology Solutions' prominent entry into the valley. The following video from IO showcases the IO Anywhere product. Not too far to the east, we come across State Farm's data center. Traveling to North Scottsdale, we find another cluster of facilities, including IO, SunGard, and Caremark. IO Scottsdale was the first building developed by the former partners of Sterling Network Services in 2007. This facility was acquired, developed, and leased out within an 11-month period. Heading south, we stop by AT&T's web hosting facilities in Mesa. Further south, we fly over the ASU Research Park in Tempe, where WIPPro InfoCrossing and Digital Realty have facilities. Digital Realty retrofitted the northern of their two facilities and leased it to a single tenant. The ASU Research Park has additional land sites that could potentially be used for data center development. Also located in Tempe is First Data, who came to town in 1996 and is still in full operation today. We now fly south to Chandler, where Bank of America picked up the Countrywide data center as part of their acquisition. At the time, Countrywide had just completed their first phase of the build-out. Just south of this facility is the Price Road corridor, where technology companies have clustered. Corporate neighbors on Price Road include Intel, Wells Fargo, PayPal, Iridium, and Orbital Sciences. Intel's plant was the beachhead for bringing out the large infrastructure capable of supporting the data centers in this corridor. The former Motorola site, which for years manufactured satellites at this campus, was purchased in 2009 by Capital Commercial Investments, who reskinned the building, leased it to NationStar and OnTrack, parceled the land, and rebranded the site as Continuum. CyrusOne, a global colocation service provider, purchased 40 acres of Continuum in the fall of 2011, in addition to a 17-acre site to the north, for which will ultimately be a 1 million square foot campus. The first building features nearly 90,000 square feet of Class A office space for their data center customers. CyrusOne is set to deliver their second building on the campus in 2014. The site is powered by their 112 MVA substation with dual 56 MVA transformers. The following video shows the visions of Continuum and the build-out plans for CyrusOne.
CyrusOne is a leading global co-location provider with 24 data centers in the United States, Europe, and Asia. Many global Fortune 1000 companies install their production server environments in CyrusOne data centers worldwide, including roughly half of the Fortune 20. One of our largest facilities, which is also one of the largest data centers in the world, is located in Phoenix, Arizona. This master-planned campus is built on 56 acres of land and will provide up to 1 million square feet of data center space and Class A office space. The campus is designed with CyrusOne's unique, massively modular concept, enabling quick deployment of customer data center requirements, including single-purpose built dedicated facilities, as well as shared infrastructure solutions, all of which enable customers to scale their environments based on changing IT demands. The 60-acre campus provides unprecedented flexibility to design standalone structures for customers needing dedicated buildings. Separate areas can also be designed to deliver infrastructure solutions that house modular containers or pods at the same site. Fed by multiple separate power feeds, this massive campus has its own dedicated on-site utility substation, capable of providing 110 megawatts of power to the fully redundant CyrusOne electrical infrastructure. The facility's electrical power and cooling architectures use advanced components designed to provide for multiple levels of resiliency, including N+1, and 2 N parallel redundancies, providing up to 100% uptime with uninterrupted service. As you can see, this facility features a unique V-shaped roof, which creates a special vortex plenum for heat convection, which quickly and efficiently extracts the heat generated by the computers. We have employed very innovative indirect direct evaporative cooling units, which are located on the exterior sides of each data hall. This efficient design uses free cooling for almost 80% of the year, up to 7,000 hours, which helps to ensure that this facility is the most energy-efficient multi-tenant data center in the country. The V-shaped roof also directs water during heavy rainfall into a submerged reservoir system that is below the parking lot. These innovations help ensure the facility is very green from both an energy and water conservation perspective. CyrusOne has many layers of military-grade physical security features. The data center provides reinforced physical features on the exterior of the facility, including high security fences with cameras and security berms along the perimeter. These are designed for customers with extra security needs, such as government or military operations. The main entrance to the facility, through the steel gate, requires keycard access to prevent unauthorized access. Visitors must show a valid form of government-issued identification. They are required to wear a color-coded badge and must be escorted at all times during their visit. Guards are on site 24 hours a day, 365 days per year, and monitor cameras throughout the data center. Secure access is gained by scanning a key card along with a fingerprint and walking through the bi-directional turnstiles. In total, there are 7 levels of physical protection provided by CyrusOne. All of the data halls require key card access and multi-factor authentication. All customer traffic is compartmentalized to their specific areas where their equipment is co-located. CyrusOne offers a customized data center solution with cages, cabinets, or dedicated data halls. Each data hall is designed for fully redundant power availability. The distributed redundant electrical design enables multiple levels of redundancy within the same data hall. Therefore, customers can choose their level of redundancy, either 2N, N+1, or N for a truly custom solution. Our high-performance data halls are designed with a future of high-density computing in mind. The design of this location accounts for 250 to 350 watts per square foot, with the availability to exceed this with design review from our facilities and IT team. The unique open plenum, Gordon grid ceiling allows for extremely efficient airflow. It provides clients with the utmost flexibility in their deployment, allowing for ladder racks, caging material, and cameras to be mounted with ease. Additional layers of physical security can be added by installing locking ceiling panels to the pre-deployed grid framework. The distributed redundant power design is a meshed power system guaranteed to ensure maximum uptime. Each leg is color-coded from the generator to the UPS to the power whip on the data center floor. The color-coding protocols are methods that have been used by our military for years, which ensure that human errors are minimized and efficiency is delivered during the maintenance process. UPS rooms are color-coded to designate corresponding legs of power distributed to the data center floor. CyrusOne designed, built, and launched the National Internet Exchange IX Connectivity Platform. This multi-facility platform enables customers to connect to multiple CyrusOne sites, their own enterprise-owned facilities, and to third-party facilities to engage business partners, content providers, networks, carriers, internet service providers, and Ethernet buyers and sellers. The CyrusOne National Internet Exchange offers faster data transfer, 10 gig to 100 gig, with lower wholesale transit purchase costs of peering. CyrusOne's Network Operations Center is staffed 24 hours a day, 365 days per year, with technical experts that monitor the airflow, temperature, humidity, power, and cooling in the facility. All customers value the exceptional customer service from our experienced operations team. Many customers require office space within close proximity of their data center installation. CyrusOne offers Class A office space available as individual offices or large suites. These areas can be used for disaster recovery workspace or daily on-site areas for employees. Additionally, the Phoenix facility features a dedicated customer lounge with an entertainment area and kitchen.
To the north is 2121 South Price Road. 2121 was originally built in 2000 and 2001 by Charles Schwab as their second facility in the valley. Schwab did a sale-leaseback with 365 Main in 2006, who subsequently sold the data center to Digital Realty in 2010. Since then, Digital has doubled the size of the facility and has added 13 megawatts through the expansion. More power can be added with a third transformer in the building's dedicated substation. Digital used their Pod 2.0 architecture to quickly deliver the infrastructure necessary to power on the white space, as highlighted in the following video. Across the street from 2121 is the Amcor campus, which was purchased by Digital for additional expansion capacity in Chandler. This shot shows the master plan for the future redevelopment of the campus, capable of turning up more than 16 megawatts of capacity. Just east on Germain, we find a recent entrant into the data center market in Phoenix, Nextport, who builds high-performance computing suites in a modularized fashion. Each data room has the capacity for 20 racks and is 100% cooled by outside air. Nextport has additional expansion space to build a substation as demand rises. The following video walkthrough illustrates the vision of this development. In addition to the sites in the center of the city and core development areas, there are other options for developments in Phoenix. You find these sites by following the infrastructure in risk-free areas. Nationally, Phoenix is a very low-risk market, but within the valley, we have to look at surrounding businesses, flight paths, railways, flood zones, and other locationally relevant factors. North of the ASU Research Park is the Discovery Business Campus, which was recently purchased for redevelopment. Discovery has history as a semiconductor fab, which makes it attractive for data center development. The ownership of Discovery Campus is marketing a space for a data center build on the site. In 2013, both Shutterfly and State Farm completed office deals in this campus. Along the I-17 corridor, we find the Honeywell campus at Union Hills. Fiber is strong in this area, and the future growth for delivery of power is sizable. Away from any flight paths or floodplains, this large 500,000 square foot facility provides capacity to expand. While the initial thought after Hurricane Sandy was that companies would be exiting the eastern seaboard, and specifically New York, en masse, we have yet to see the trend in a big way. However, with the continued high cost of business and the unstable environmental outlook present in California, Phoenix continues to be a significant landing zone for West Coast companies looking for a safe harbor for their IT footprints.